What is up, everyone? Welcome back to another quick video here on the Fantasy Fellowship channel. We're going over the rookies ADP over on Underdog. If you guys are new to Underdog, definitely go and sign up. You can use my promo code theFellowKGB, get your first deposit match up to $100. And yeah, so best ball ADP, very important. It's kind of going to be indicative of what we're looking at for our fantasy drafts in 2023. It's a head start. I know landing spots where the rookies get drafted is going to be very important, but we'll get into it and show you guys where the top rookies are being selected already. I did put a link in the description below. You guys can click on the top 275, and then from there you can click QB, running back, wide receiver, tight end, and kind of filter that out yourself. Now we're going to hit rookies here. And we'll go over all the relevant QB, running backs, wide receivers, and tight ends. So first on the list here is the running back, Bijan Robinson, rookie running back here. He's going 14.7. So he's an early second round pick right now. He's projected for 234 in half PPR scoring. Position rank is the RB4. He's being drafted as a top 5 running back right now. And we have seen a ton of success from rookie running backs the last decade or so plus. And these guys they're coming in. Usually the first or second running back taken in the NFL draft is going to be an RB1. And Bijan Robinson, no exception. So if you want him, you have to take him. He's probably going to be really, when he gets drafted, and if it's in a good situation, he might be a late first round pick. So Bijan Robinson, if you want him, you got to pay up for him. He's probably going to pay off, though. He's a fantastic running back, one of the best running back prospects, maybe since Saquon Barkley, Ezekiel Elliott. So Bijan Robinson, the first rookie off the board in best ball leagues on Underdog. And then you have a little bit of a gap here, down to the second guy here, Jackson Smith-Njigba, the rookie wide receiver out of Ohio State. He's being drafted right now towards the middle to the end of the 5th round, 55.5 in a 12-team league. That's going to put him square into the 5th round here. His projections are about 174.5 here, being selected as wide receiver 25. So people that are taking him are expecting him to, provide wide receiver 2 numbers. And again, just like rookie running backs, there's always a rookie or 2 receiver that ends up crashing the top 24. We've had a lot of success the last few years, whether it's Jalen Waddle, AJ Brown, Justin Jefferson. I'm probably missing a bunch of names. Garrett Wilson. A ton of rookie wide receivers go early. And it's interesting that he's the first rookie wide receiver off the board, because Quentin Johnston has actually been one of the guys that I see as the first rookie taken in the NFL draft and mock drafts. And he's down here. We'll get to him in a second. But if you want Jackson Smith-Njigba, you're going to have to pay a 5th round pick for him. And it's not going to surprise me if he gets the correct landing spot, if that gets pushed up into the 4th round. So I like Smith-Njigba a lot. I do think he's probably the best receiver in this class. And you even have, you've got the Ohio State receivers, Garrett Wilson, Chris Olave. They've come out and said Smith-Njigba is a better prospect than they were coming out. So I like Smith-Njigba a lot. 5th round pick there. The next player, you don't have to go very far down. He's being 61st overall, which lands him as like the first pick of the 6th round. He's probably going to, cruise into the 5th round. And really, what's interesting about Jahmyr Gibbs here is his landing spot. Like, he's kind of being projected, as a late 1st, early 2nd round pick. If he does slide into the late 1st round area, he's going to a really good team. So based on his landing spot, I think he could gain quite a bit. It wouldn't surprise me if he's a 4th or 5th round pick, after the draft here. So he's got an ADP of about 59.9. That puts him, right at the fringe turn of the 5th and 6th round. He's being projected about almost 200 fantasy points, RB19 off the board. So we'll watch and see where he lands in the NFL draft. Then we have a small gap down here into the 7th round here. You have Jordan Addison, the rookie wide receiver out of USC, 77.3 ADP, projected about 150 points. Fun wide receiver. He's a guy that can come in and catch a lot of passes. A lot of people like him as a starting slot receiver. He's being projected as wide receiver 37. So there could be there's room for him to grow, I guess. This might be one of the more fairly priced wide receivers. And same with Quentin Johnson, because I mentioned earlier, he's probably the first receiver off the board in most mock drafts right now. And you can get both of these guys right now in the 7th round. So 82.6 for Quentin Johnson, the fun receiver out of TCU. Kind of projected the same. I think Jordan Addison's going to probably end up catching more passes. Johnston probably more yards and more touchdowns. They'll kind of balance each other out. But either way, they're both being drafted as wide receiver 4s right now. I like what you got here. And then there's a small gap down to our next rookie wide receiver. He's going to be the 4th rookie wide receiver off the board. And that's Zay Flowers. He is a lot of fun. Watching him, he reminds me of kind of like if Curtis Samuel could be an alpha. He does have the potential to be a #1 receiver on his team, but I think he's probably going to be best as a #2. And he's kind of hopped some of these receivers, Josh Downs and Jalen Hyatt. He's hopped these guys in recent mock drafts, and he's going to be a fringe first-round pick, early second-round pick, I think, and he could go to a really fun team. Say the Chiefs draft him, he's going to go through the roof with his ADP. So he's being drafted the 8th, 9th round turn right now, wide receiver 46 off the board. He could be a nice discount based on landing spot. And then you got the rookie running back here, Zach Charbonnet. I don't know if it's Carbonet or Charbonnet, but the rookie pick being drafted in the 9th round right now. When I watch him, if you squint, he kind of looks like Austin Eckler. He's a guy that can catch the ball very well, and he runs and he jukes and he cuts, and he's very fun to watch. Austin Eckler-like. RB34 off the board. Again, pending his landing spot, he could be in for a huge spike in ADP here. He's the 3rd running back off the board for the rookies. And then we get to these fun receivers here. Josh Downs out of UNC and Jalen Hyatt. Both guys back-to-back right now, 113 and 114th overall. That puts them at the 9-10 round range here. Josh Downs, when I watch him, I kind of see a Robert Woods, a possession-type receiver. He's not very big, but he does a lot of things well. He can play inside, outside. I like his versatility. He's a guy that could cash in based with the right ADP or with the right landing spot. He could, spike his ADP. And then you have Jalen Hyatt, the rookie wide receiver here from Tennessee, and he is a home run hitter. He's got speed. He's got a decent amount of length to his game. I like Jalen Hyatt a lot. Kind of reminds me of like a Christian Watson. He's going to be raw, and he's probably going to be limited with his route tree, but man, he's got speed. And based on his landing spot, I mean, if you put him with the Chargers or something like that, like he's going to have a lot of fun. So I like Jalen Hyatt quite a bit. And then we see the first QB off the board, Bryce Young, being drafted as QB 20. Don't think we're going to be drafting him as a QB1 this season, but there's a lot of hype. He's in super flex leagues. He's going to be a QB2 for somebody. So you see him here in the 10th, 11th round range for the rookie quarterback, first quarterback probably taken in the draft. And then we got another rookie wide receiver here, Kayshon Butte from LSU. I should probably put these guys. I guess I do have them listed as receivers over here. But Butte, I think he's the 7th receiver off the board, being drafted at the fringe 10th, 11th round range here. I like him a lot. We'll see if, again, as we get further down the list, landing spot's going to dictate all these guys in their ADP. You got another running back here out of Syracuse, Sean Tucker, being drafted as RB40 off the board. His landing spot will be huge. There's CJ Stroud. People still like him as the 2nd quarterback off the board, but I've seen him kind of flip to the QB1 over the last few days. With mock drafts here, and he's being drafted at QB 24, so definitely super flex eligible, and maybe, who knows, if he is hot, he could be a QB1 for us at some point. And then we got to some running backs here: Tajay Spears, Devin A-Chain, Tank Bigsby. These 3 rookie running backs, a lot of fun. I like them all. They all do different things very well, and they're all being kind of drafted right now in the 14th round right now of drafts. Now, I like pulling from this round because the draft cost is not very high. Based on their landing spot, they could spike huge time in ADP. There's the first tight end off the board, Michael Mayer, somewhat like maybe the 16th round here, the first tight end being drafted in the draft this year. He's going as tight end 20. Zach Evans is kind of low. I like him out of Ole Miss. I think he's a value pick right now. There's Will Levis. And again, as we're deep here, these guys are all going to be drafted in the 16th through 20th rounds of your drafts. There's Chase Brown, the rookie running back, Dwayne McBride, another rookie running back, Rashee Rice, really fun wide receiver here. I think he's from SMU. And then you got more running backs. So as you can see, it's a lot of running backs in this back end of the draft here, but a lot of fun. Check it out. I will be doing a full Underdog top 275 ADP review, just kind of showing you guys what's going on. But for now, click on the link in the description below. You guys can access all these yourself. I just want to give you guys a rookie update, let you guys know where these guys are going. And I'll probably update this maybe twice a month going forward, just to show you guys what's going on here as we're all getting prepared for the NFL draft. So a lot of fun. Thank you guys so much for your time. Enjoy the rest of your evening, and we'll see you in a future video. Peace.